y'all. Hey, it's the hostess with the mostest, Makeeta Lay Modell, and it is A Key with Makeeta, a vibrant informational podcast that interviews the world's movers and shakers, trailblazers, and innovators across various fields. Through this key session, you will gain insight and inspiration from creatives that are shaping our world today. I got the tea, baby, and it's hot. You ready? It's A Key with Makeeta. Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Makeeta Lay Modell. How y'all doing? And it's A Key with Makeeta. I am here with the beautiful Winsome this morning. Oh my gosh, love. Thank you so much for taking the time. I appreciate you for joining me here on A Key with Makeeta. How are you today?
I am well, thank you.
That's good. That's good. So Winsome is one of our beautiful plus size models that we've experienced here in Jacksonville, Florida. But she's in Waycross, Georgia. She's in Atlanta, Georgia. She's from New York City, Jamaica, Queens, by the way. So I wanted her to introduce herself because she's not only local, she is renowned a little bit of everywhere and does a little bit of everything. So Winsome, introduce yourself to the keys.
Absolutely. Hey, Keys. How are y'all? So, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Winsome, and yes, that is my real name. A lot of people ask me that all the time, and it is trademark because a lot of people think that it's a stage name. So, Winsome is
Mm.
actually my name. It's actually a word in the English language. So, it means to have a pleasant attitude and to have an attractive nature. So, clearly,
Oh, I like that. It fits very well. It fits
yes.
very well.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. So, born and raised in Jamaica, West Indies. You'll hear my accent come out every now and then for
I
everybody
do.
that knows me. Yes, I was born and raised in Jamaica, and then I migrated to the US in the mid 80s. Grew up in New York and stayed
Hmm.
there all the way up till college. And then after college, I ended up moving to Florida, and that's where I reside.
What makes you want to move from New York to Florida?
Well, unfortunately, it was due to the passing of my daughter.
Oh, I'm so
So,
sorry.
yeah, it's all right. Thank you. And, in life, when things happen, you make choices that you probably would not have normally made.
Yes.
And I was married at the time. So it was actually his decision. He wanted to kind of expand our horizons and just, get
Get
a different
away.
environment.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we ended up looking into Atlanta and Florida, and we ended up choosing Florida, and that's how I got here.
I understand. I just like Florida. I wanted something warm, and I just needed to get away from Virginia. So I definitely understand just rolling with the punches of life and making it
Absolutely.
beautiful. Because girl, you've been doing it since you
Thank
came down
you.
here. So I
Thank
appreciate you
you.
doing the daggone thing and blessing us with your presence. So I had to start with a
Absolutely.
couple of little digging questions, a little bit of
Okay.
personal before we get into this.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Man.
Let's do
All
it.
right, let's get into this now. So listen, can you tell me about your journey as you were talking about from Jamaica to Queens, New York, and
Mhm.
how that experience shaped you to be the winsome that you are today?
Well, that's a great question, Marquita. So I'm actually a blend of many things, and I don't just mean my heritage. I'm a blend of a variety of cultures, and heritage and culture is similar, but it's not the same. A
Understand.
lot of people like sometimes when they look at me, like my hair is naturally curly, so I have a blended background DNA wise. And then even growing up in the Caribbean, the motto for Jamaica is out of many, one people, which means out of many, we have become one because Jamaica itself is a
I love
diverse
that.
diaspora. Yes. So just that's always been the motto since I've been growing up. So migrating, of course, to New York City gave me the opportunity to learn a different culture, meet a variety of different people, get a different type of education, and many different opportunities too. So I think it helped shape me into the woman I am today. And I consider myself very worldly, very cultured, very
Yes.
just knowing of understanding people and different things. I speak different languages, things of that nature. So I just believe it has helped shape me into the woman I am today because I'm more aware. And to me, in life, awareness is the key. So you have
I
to know
love
how to
that.
interact with different people.
And that's one of the things that I think helps you also when it comes to being in the modeling industry is just being able to adapt in so many different atmospheres,
Absolutely.
ethnicities, things like that when it comes to people. Because again, traveling to doing fashion, you'll meet models from all over. So
Absolutely.
you kind and
Absolutely.
designers from all over. So it's like I
Absolutely.
understand why that is something that you say is a nice blend. Not only is it a
Yes.
part of your heritage, but just in general, it's a blend of everything that comes
Yes.
together. I like that. That was nice.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
another personal question is, what inspired you to pursue the career in being a plus size model, and how did you break into the industry in your own little unique way?
Okay, so believe it or not, Marquita, I actually wanted to be a model when I was a teenager. And I was a lot slimmer then. I was a cheerleader, I was very athletic and things like that. So I was like, oh, I want to do modeling, I want to do acting. And I think a lot of people can understand this. Have anyone ever had a dream and then you tell someone about it, and based on their response, it kind of kills your
Yeah.
outlook on it? So I was speaking to someone in my family, and because I was a teenager, so I'm thinking, oh, they're older, they're more knowledgeable, so they
Mhm.
were like, oh, you need to get a real career, something with money that's gonna come in on a regular basis. And what's modeling? It just, to me, I'm like, okay, they're older, maybe they know better. So I
True.
just decided to, you know, go be I was already
With
in
that,
school. I was
go with
already
that.
in college. Yeah. And in college I studied pre-law, and I switched from pre-law to criminal justice, which is what my degree is
Nice.
in. So, yes, that's actually what my degree is in. So, I ended up just doing that. And believe it or not, 3 years ago I was having my makeup done, and the female who was doing my makeup actually suggested it to me. She was like, Winsome, you ever thought about modeling? And I thought it was a strange question because I'm just getting my makeup done. It just kind of came from
Right.
out of nowhere. And she was like, I really think you have the look. Like, you have the charm, the charisma, the personality. You have the look. And there's a market for plus size
Okay.
modeling now. And I had not considered modeling because that was 30 years ago.
Of
So she
course.
kind of put it in my head, and she connected me to someone who started me out. I'm not going to say they gave me, the ins to the modeling
Okay.
world, but I learned some basics
Got
from them. And from that, I actually use my own skill set to build. So
nice.
I'm extremely well at networking. I have a very interactive, personable personality. So people kind of gravitate towards that.
Uh-huh.
I'm very transparent, but I'm also very likable.
Yeah.
I know how I respect boundaries, and I'm the type of person that I give it my all if I know that I have to do something. So between that, talking with people, joining different groups of models, photographers, things like that, I've actually been able to build a name for myself just based on networking, and because I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to model lingerie. I'm not afraid to
Yes,
do a beach
ma'am.
wear. Yes, I'm not afraid to try different colors. I'm not afraid for makeup, whether it's, you know, artists that want to go crazy with I'm okay
With it.
being put in
I
a
like
variety
that.
of situations. So no matter what outfit I rock it. No matter what makeup, color, look, I rock, and I'm easy to work with. So people have actually started reaching out to me. Hey, I would like for you to be in my show. Hey, are you available for this? So I actually put in the work myself, networked, and I've done different photo shoots. I've done, different runway shows. It actually was just me learning, paying attention,
And
and of
apply.
course taking some classes as well. Taking some
I love
model
that. The fact that
yes,
you actually took the time to want to hone into your own craft. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
I advise models of that a lot. Like, yeah, it's cool to go through classes. Like you said, it's good to go
Mhm.
through
Learn the
training.
techniques.
It's good to
Yes.
have a mother agency that's going to develop you and build you. It's great for all of these things. But as the individual self, like when we go apply for a job, and
Hmm.
you know that this job has these particular requirements for you to do
Hmm.
to have that job, you kind of do what you need to do to spruce yourself up in those areas to make sure that
Absolutely.
you got the skill set that you need to do the job the way that you need to do the
That's
job.
a fact.
So
That's a
that's
fact.
like we take that on in anything, and it does also come into modeling. If this is something that you
Right.
like to do, I advise always hone into your craft and know what type of model you are. That is good.
Absolutely.
That is the start of knowing where you need to go with looking for
Hmm.
agencies, with your portfolio, with the
Yes.
brand and the look that you're trying to stand on. Once you know what type of model you are, then you can
Absolutely.
fine tune and tweak everything down the line and not waste any time, money. You know what I'm saying? It's all great for
Absolutely.
exposure in anything. That's cool, but
Absolutely.
take the time to hone into what type of model you are and what you want to be, because then that's going to alleviate a lot of just random stuff or a portfolio full of pictures that's not really marketing you in your best light.
Right.
What
And
people see you at.
a loss of money and time too.
Definitely, because to update portfolios, girl, what they don't know is you're supposed to do every time you change, you're supposed to change your portfolio. Woo! Portfolio comp cards, digitals. You gain three
Yeah.
pounds, so does your comp card. Like
Oh, yes.
you supposed to update that every time you change, and that can
Absolutely.
get very, very, very pricey. And
Of
I don't
course.
think a lot of people pay attention to that when it comes to the
Absolutely.
industry. So again, honing into your craft, I appreciate you for saying that and that you took
Yeah.
the time to do that. And starting out from somebody just simply doing your makeup and realizing that, girl, you
Yeah.
got it, and you honed
Yeah.
in yourself. Of course, like you said, of course, taking the classes to
Mhm.
know that avenue of where you need to go. You have to, if you ain't gonna educate yourself, somebody's gonna pay somebody to teach you.
Mhm.
So I
Absolutely.
appreciate you saying that. That's something that needs to be said in regards
Agreed.
to models trying to come in the industry, and it takes money to make money.
Hmm. Absolutely, it does.
That's another thing I need every model to understand and know. It takes money to make money.
And know that the money may not come right at the beginning. Also, having a bit of patience and just an understanding of how the industry works, and being able to put in the work where people value you enough to pay
Yeah.
you, and you valuing yourself as well.
Yeah, and your brand.
Yeah.
Coming to another question about modeling. As being
Mhm.
a plus size model, what are some of the challenges that you face and how have you overcame them?
Wow, great question. So I think the challenge that I've faced the most, of course, is still what many people consider to be the standardized model look
Mm-hmm.
for any type of model. So I'm
Right,
not what's considered standard.
right.
You still have a lot of people who have progressed into accepting plus size and curvy models, but there are still some designers, some production teams, and just some brands who would prefer to just keep the standard look. So
Understood.
I might miss out on certain opportunities because I'm not the look that they're going for. So I think that's still the most challenging. But because there is an era now where I guess it's more acceptable, as well as opportunities for plus size and curvy models, I can still make a way. So when you see change, change is not all of a sudden, changes over time. So with that understanding, it's coming along, it's making a way. Plus size and curvy model is part of the present and the future. It's just it hasn't taken over the whole modeling scene yet, so
I like that. I like the way you explained that. Very nice. As you
thank
said,
you.
how when you might not fit the look. Again, another nice point, another quick point that I love. The
Yeah.
fact that you said you might not fit the look. How do you combat with that, I guess, mentally, or how does it affect you and your enthusiasm about
Mhm.
it when you know you don't fit the look because they want to go for the standardized? A lot of them that are still stuck in the old ways or the standardized model look. How do you handle that?
Lucky for me, I've actually done the internal work where I have inner confidence. I don't have a self-esteem issue. And I think part of going along this journey for models, knowing yourself and doing your own inner work, not depending on someone else's validation or someone else's confirmation. In life, we're all going to face losses. We're all going to not be chosen, whether it's in a relationship or for a job, or you didn't get approved for a house, whatever it might be. So I
Mhm.
think part of just life is just understanding that sometimes things just don't go the way you plan. And with my mindset of being aware, being mature, and understanding that, that's already in place. But I've done the inner work. I understand who Winsome is, what Winsome is about. And I can present my best self to the world. Guess what? Out of 10, at least five is going to go for it. And I'm okay with those odds. 50% is not bad. I'm halfway there. So I also have to understand that where I am probably is not where other people are. And
Mhm.
sometimes you have to meet people where they at. So I cannot control a designer, a production company, a brand. That's their money and their vision. I don't have control of that. What I have control of is myself, and I carry myself accordingly. And some people do go for that. Some people do like Winsome. They love the looks, they love the confidence. So I work within my lane and what works for me. I try not to take it personal. Of course, anyone could be sensitive to not being chosen for a fashion show, not or having your pics come out the way you don't like. But we have choices, right? I can work out, if I want to fit the standard look. I can, whether it's surgery, whether it's naturally working out, I have choices that I can make also if that's the
What you
look.
want to do?
Or yes, absolutely. So I think life is just about choices and understanding, you know.
I like that. Very nice. Oop, dropping stuff. Very
Thank
nice.
you.
So let's see. Since you are in the hindsight, when hindsight, just to let everybody know, you are like a trifecta of a situation. You are a powerhouse of a individual. So
Thank you.
since you have so many hats that you wear, can you share what is the inspiration behind all of these hats that you wear?
Absolutely. So, remember earlier I mentioned that I'm like a mixture, like a melting pot, and it comes out in a lot of my skills. So, for example, I am a public speaker.
Yes.
A lot of people compliment me on my delivery, my tone, just being able to convey a message effectively. So, that's one of my skills as well. I'm an Amazon best-selling author. I've written a book called Mind Blown.
Congratulations.
Yes, it's on Amazon right now, and it actually has 4.6 out of 5 stars for the last 2.5 years. So I'm very proud of that.
Yay,
Especially,
congratulations, y'all. Go get it now. Go get it now.
yes, absolutely. And for my first body of work, that is amazing. That's a great
Yeah.
accomplishment for my first body of work. Of course, I still have my own career, my own 9 to 5 that I do, and things of that nature. But I am also a humanitarian at heart. I have always been into community service. I've been doing it for about 30 years. I started when I was in high school in the 90s in Southeast Queens, Jamaica. And
Nice.
then, thank you. And then I transferred, of course, down to Florida. So, girl, I've donated time, I've donated blood, I've donated money, I've donated clothes. I've done seminars, I've done outreach. Seniors and teens, as well as women that are in helpless situation, are the three areas that I try to focus on because I feel like they are the representation of what society is.
Yes.
Teenagers are the next generation,
Yes.
women are the backbone of society, and the
The
senior,
elder.
yes, the
There
senior
are elders.
generation, absolutely, they are the knowledge, they are the key. They've lived long, they've seen so many
Mhm.
things, and they took care of us, so it's our
Yes.
responsibility to care for
Take
them.
care of
So
them.
I've always, and I raise, my 2 sons. I have 2 young adult sons, and I raise them to be more aware and to understand that public service, it comes back to you. It's important, things
It
like
is.
that.
It's
So
necessary because again, it's people who
absolutely.
feel as if they don't need to help. someone else when they see someone sitting on the street, or a man and a woman in a domestic situation, they just turn a blind eye. So I
Absolutely.
appreciate you giving back and being the philanthropist that you are.
Thank you. I appreciate
I'm
that.
gonna say
Yeah.
I appreciate you for that. If no one else has
Thank
told you,
you.
and I have a soft spot when it comes to teens. I used to work at the Boys and Girls Club for years in Virginia,
Yes,
working on the teen side with my teens, and I to
absolutely.
work with teens. But like you said, that is the future, to see how their brains work
Absolutely.
organically, to be a part of their shaping. I think it was more of a pleasure, a benefit, or like for me than it was for them. I
Hmm.
thoroughly enjoyed being in their presence in the time that
Amen.
that I was there for that. So thank you for
Amen.
giving back
And
to
they're
me.
a tough crowd too. They're a tough crowd. They give it to you straight. They give it to you straight. I've worked in social
Boy,
services for most of my life, so I yeah, it's a
it's a
tough
soft
crowd.
spot. It is. It is. It's
Yeah,
a sore spot for me, but I appreciated the time. I learned a lot. I seen a
absolutely.
lot. But I definitely appreciate spending time with the kids. It was
Same
fun.
here.
It
Yeah.
was fun. So, what is the key message do you hope that readers will take away from your book?
Wow. The core message for me, first of all, it's like a mini novella. It's only 49
Ooh.
pages. So it's a quick
I
read.
love quickies.
Yes, it's a quick read. And I was mindful of that when I wrote it because we have to be honest. We live in a
Yes.
society where people's attention span
Instant
is
gratification.
extremely, absolutely. And some of the feedback I've gotten is, oh, I packed so much in 49 pages. It was powerful. It was this, it was that. My message from it is anyone can connect to it. It was a life-changing situation that happened for me. So it's fictionally characterized based on a true story, and it's my story.
Nice.
And
I,
I don't think anyone in life should allow anyone else to tell your story. I think everyone
man,
should tell their story. And once you put it in writing, it's real, no one can debate that. I put it in my own words. I put it in, I was able to capture it in real time. So I was able to gather my feelings enough to be able to effectively put it in words where anyone of any culture can say, you know what, I've been through that, or I understand. And that to me has
okay.
been the amazing part of the reviews and things like that. So it's it was
Ah,
life
there
changing.
it is.
It was life changing. Absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
guys
I'm
go
so
get it
proud.
now on Amazon. I'm super excited for you and
Absolutely.
proud. That is
Thank
awesome.
you. Thank you. And they can get it also. I have a website. So my
Okay.
business is called Experience to Win. So it's experience, the number two, and the word win. And they can find me at www.experiencetowin.com. And that's where they will be able to see all the things I've done. They will be able to see, of course, pictures of some of my modeling work. They'll be able to see access to my book in case they would like to buy it, and they will also actually get to see testimonials from people who have actually worked with me, who have known me, who have interacted with me, who've bought the book, who has modeled with me. Just a variety of people to show, hey, I'm not just tooting my own horn. There, I actually have testimonials from several different people on my page, on my website
This
as
is
well.
great. Congratulations
Thank
on it
you.
all. Oh my goodness.
Thank
So as a
you.
CEO, look at you, girl. So which one? Wasn't this recent?
Yes, it was. That was actually 2 weeks ago.
Which show was this? What was the
That
name?
was
Was it
Fast and
Captivating?
Furious 5. Fast and Furious number 5. It was done by Captivating Events, which is owned by
There you go.
Abby Phoenix.
Hey, Abby
Absolutely.
girl. Hey,
Yes.
Sabrisha. Hey, girl.
Yes. And yes, model coordinator extraordinaire,
You
Tabrisha
know
Chandler.
that's my girl. Hey,
Yes,
I like that. You in
absolutely.
bright colors, like when we
Thank
already know.
you.
You in bright colors. So, as a CEO and
Thank
founder
you.
of Experience to Win, what
Mhm.
is your vision for like organization, and then what services do you provide?
Okay. So my business is actually it's a affirmation of where I am in life. So of course
Mhm.
it is to promote my book, which
Of
is
course.
Winsome. It's called Mind Blown, written by Winsome. So they can actually access the book there. So part of my author journey, of course, is creative writing skills, different
Okay.
things like that. So if at any time that's needed, I actually have my calendar on my website. I have everything there and that's available. Also to be able to book me for modeling gigs, that's an option as well because I am a plus size model. That is something I do. So, in order to have whoever it might be, whether it's a brand or a particular designer, or it could be a photographer or anything like
Mhm.
that, the opportunity to book me is also available on my website as well. Public speaking, if that is something that they're interested in. So,
Yeah.
those three are my key core components of
Experience
my
too.
of experience to win.
Very nice. I love that. And it's all in one location because I'm a girly that got ADD. I
Absolutely.
need it all to be one place.
Absolutely.
One place.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
can you share any success stories from those who have been involved with Experience to Win? What are your testimonials, if you say?
Okay, so the testimonials are personal and professional. So,
I
of
like it.
course, on my website, list all the testimonials. You'll see the name of the person, the company that they own, their position, and things like that. So, if anyone wants to verify or look them up or even interact with them for their own personal business,
Nice.
they can do that as well. So, I have
Nice
personal.
networking tool if you're smart about it.
Absolutely, absolutely, because you have a variety of businesses listed on my website of whom I've interacted with, done business with, and things of that nature. So I do have the professional testimonials there of just who I am as a person, who I am as a business, and who I am as a brand. And of course, you have the personal testimonials, just who is Winsome. I could sit here all day and toot toot my own horn all day, but it is also important to be able to have people speak in your presence when you're
Yeah.
not even there, and
Yeah.
that's important.
To say your name in rooms that you're not in. That is an amazing feeling.
Absolutely,
I've
absolutely.
experienced that a couple of times. Like I have those moments because I guess, humble. Being a humble person is a beautiful thing.
Same,
But
same.
and it's awesome to hear people be like, "Oh yeah, I heard your name and so and so and so and so." And it's like,
Yes,
really?
yes.
Yeah. Like I
Absolutely.
did. Thanks. I didn't know. So I love the fact that you can say you're strategically making that an imprint of, so your name
Absolutely.
is said in rooms that you're not in. Again, owning the business,
Absolutely.
that smart mastermind and of a CEO.
Thank
I like it.
you.
I like
Thank
it.
you.
So
Thank
let's
you.
reflect on some goals and future goals and things like
Sure.
that. Since I'm speaking to a CEO, I want to express your brain in that area. So, what
Okay.
are some of your future aspirations that you're looking towards, whether it be in modeling, experience to win, or possibly another book?
Okay. So let's tap into that. So many people have already asked me for part two. Where's the continuation of the book? I left it at a cliffhanger. So a lot of people are like, where's part two?
What?
Are you doing part two? What's going on? And because it was a short, quick power pack read, they like that. So I've been asked several times what I'm doing with part two. I have not completed part two yet, but that is in the works. So that's
Okay.
definitely something coming up. In regards to modeling, I do plan on continuing
Okay.
modeling. There is an opportunity for not just service, there's an opportunity for connection. There's an opportunity to just be inspiring. I've had people come up to me at shows, Jacksonville, Atlanta, New York, Florida, wherever, and say, you not, of course, they compliment you on, hey, you look great on the runway, but they always seem to talk about my confidence. And a lot
Yes.
of times when I'm in the zone, Marquita, I'm literally in the zone. So I'm focused on selling the apparel, doing my best, things like that. I am not even thinking, hey, I look this way, hey, I come off this way. So when I get the feedback, I'm like, okay, girl, okay, and
Yeah.
I feel proud of myself. And I've had the opportunity to be inspiring to others because they say that I represent the size, the look, and things of that nature, which, as you know, is still an emerging field. It's still,
Mhm.
it's not as palpable to all parts of society,
But
but it's getting
it's
there.
prevalent. It's
It's
prevalent.
getting
You
there.
see it as at least one or two girlies now in a lineup of 20 models on a high
Absolutely.
fashion runway that's plus size. You may get the 46, so
Absolutely.
it's working. I like it. Keep
Absolutely.
doing the work because the girlies is
Absolutely.
working. Because it's
Absolutely.
becoming a standard. It's becoming a normalized thing
Yes,
because everybody is not the standard
that's
0 to
correct.
3 or 0 to 4. That's not
Absolutely.
normal. It's not
Absolutely.
normal.
I
So
agree.
let's see. What are any upcoming projects or events that you are excited about in particular? Like any shows that you have coming up?
Okay, so the holidays are here, so I'm on a mini break. I'm on a mini
Wow.
break
Okay.
for the holidays, yes. However, I am looking forward to Tabrisha Sheree. She
Oh,
has absolutely, this is going to be her third annual Black Culture Fashion Show,
yes.
and that's coming up. I did submit my composite card, my video walk for her show. I always audition for her show, for Abby's show, for just a variety of people that I truly enjoy working with. They are some of the best people to work with in the industry. They're professional, they're knowledgeable, they're timely, just efficient across the board.
I
They
love
give great production, and they also have just the the essence of what I believe it should look like in my mind.
that.
So I love working with them. So her show will be in February. I have not uh she has not finished her auditions yet, but I am looking forward to doing that. So right now I'm on a break. I did Abby's show 2 weeks ago. So for the holidays, and my birthday is in January. So I'm just gonna kind of,
Oh snap! Bringing in the new year with the birthday. Okay, time for the birthday cheese.
yes, it'll
When's your
be
birthday?
January 17th in the middle of the month.
So that
It's the
means y'all gotta say
Friday.
happy birthday loud for when some on January 17th because
Yes, I love my birthday. It's like my personal holiday. It's always Martin Luther King weekend because it's so close to Martin Luther King. So this year it's on a Friday, and believe it or not, I'll be 48, if you could believe it.
again you always say all the time black don't crack, face crack.
Uh,
Us older girlies. Us
yes.
older girlies looking like we eating the younger girls up. Wow,
Clock that
okay,
tea.
okay.
Clock
Do
that
you
tea.
clock it? Oh, get that quick tea. Hold on. What?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So, just looking forward to the holidays and my birthday, and then after that, in February, I'll be preparing for the Black Culture Fashion Show.
I like it. I'm excited about the Black Culture Fashion Show. Hopefully, I can get a ticket so I can be sitting in the
Yes.
front seats grabbing some media footage or whatnot.
Ooh, I
Pre-show
would love
runway.
that. Oh,
I
I'll
need
see
to
you
get onto
there.
that. We need to take a Key with Makeeta on the road,
Yes.
sitting
Oh,
in the
that's a
front
great,
seats of runway shows.
Makita, that's a great idea. I like that. I like that.
Louis, you catch that quickie? All right, I told you I'd be talking to you the whole thing. All right, we're gonna figure that out. But anyway,
Absolutely.
so what
Absolutely.
has been the most rewarding aspect of your journey as a model and an author?
So, as an author, the most rewarding part has been the reviews. I have been told I've been inspiring. I've been told that I've told someone's story without realizing it.
Yay!
I've been told that it touches their lives. I've been told that, you know, it was just powerful, well written. They can't believe it's my first book. Just a variety of different reviews that really touch my soul. So, that has been the most rewarding part of being an author. And I was actually, well, it's a two-part. I was able to get Amazon bestseller, as a title. Of course you have to. Thank
Yay!
you, thank you,
Congratulations!
thank you. So of course that changes because books continue to come out on the market, and things will change, but at that moment in time when I was that's an achievement for me. So I'm grateful for that.
I
As
love
far as being a model, I'm gonna be honest, Marquita. The best, the the two pronged that share the number one spot for me has been meeting amazing people. Like I've traveled to meet you and others in Jacksonville. I would
Yeah,
have never met y'all if I didn't
yeah,
put myself out there to go to other cities and try. I didn't just stay in my hometown or stay where
yeah,
I put myself out there, and I came for the rehearsals and everything like that,
yeah,
driving all that you know what I mean? So I'm proud of myself for that because I've met a variety of different people, and those networking opportunities have led to other opportunities. So I'm grateful for that. But the other part that I'm really grateful for is I'm actually being paid for my shows now. When I step on the stage, you
yeah.
know, I've gotten to the point, especially Abby, captivating events to me kind of just leads in my mind of how I love a production. To every time she does a production, and I've walked for her 3 years in a row, and then of course she does a spring show as well. So I love working with her. So that's
I'm
amazing.
glad. It's so great to have the model girlies get to that point of it's like, oh, baby, I'm getting paid now. Yeah, girl, getting paid now. I
Yeah,
love that. I love
thank
hearing
you.
that because, yay, that means the level up is leveling up. Like you said,
It
people,
is.
when you start to get paid for shows, you know that you're doing the job and you're doing the job well. You're understanding the assignment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Mm,
love it to hear
thank
girlies
you.
say that they're getting paid. You guys are
Yeah,
hitting the
yeah,
mark. Y'all are hitting it, and then people are loving it. And the
absolutely.
congratulations, that is super
Thank you.
beautiful.
I
And thank you to
appreciate
people
that.
like Abby for being one of those
Yes.
ones. Thank you to people like Red Velvet Boutique and
Yes.
the Chic Essence Store, like the show. Like, listen,
Absolutely.
it's more. Thank you to Afrofuturism
Absolutely.
17. You know they be holding it
Yes,
down. Like, thank you to
absolutely.
the shows that give the girlies what they need. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
We appreciate
Absolutely.
you. So let's see.
Absolutely.
Can you tell our listeners how they
Mhm.
can like kind oh, what's your show, Lewis? Let me see what that was.
Oh,
Ooh, which
yes.
show was this one? Was that
So this
Captain?
one, yeah, so this one was with Portia White, which is
Okay.
in Central Florida, right in the Haines City area. So Portia has an annual show as well.
Oh, that
So
is good.
Portia, yes, and Portia's show actually focuses on plus size model, children, just
Yes.
yes, it's a great, great, great setup. She is in her 10th year, if I'm not mistaken. So this was my time with her last year as well. So I love that show. I love working with her as well. So it's been
I
amazing.
like that the robe. It was like blue on the
Oh
inside, it had
yes,
green on the
that
outside.
was it was an African designer, so it had the kente
Mhm.
cloth on the outside, but the blue as the inner lining. It was
That
like a
is
royal blue, so
nice.
it's interchangeable where you can now wear the royal on the outside and the kente on the
Right. And the
inside.
fact that you're a tall girly too. Don't let it fool you because Winsome sitting down. Winsome a tall girly too. So that thing long.
Well,
Like,
it is, and I had on heels. I had on heels, so
yeah, like
that
you said, you
helped.
a tall girly. So I know that I like that one. That's cute.
Well,
Mm.
thanks to my dad. My dad was 6'4", so
That's what I'm saying. Tall
thanks to
girlies
my
and
dad.
you curvy girl. Ooh, again that trifecta in there, that blend of a little bit of everything. A little bit of
Absolutely,
everything.
absolutely. But big ups to my dad, Winston, who I was named after. So big up to my dad for my height.
I love that. That is
Yes.
cute. Winston and Winsome. That
Winston and
is
Winston,
adorable.
yeah.
I love that. So, oh, which this one?
Yes. So this one was actually a collab that I did with a photographer. She was out in the Merritt Island area, and she found me in one of the Facebook groups that I'm in. So again, just networking. So we were able to do a beach collaboration. So I actually went out there one afternoon after work over the summer, and she was able to capture me in that like that golden hour right
Yeah,
before
that golden
sunset.
hour time. That's a
Absolutely.
beautiful picture. I like it.
Yeah, so I did a TFP, which is, time in exchange for photos, and people
Yes,
will learn
ma'am.
that as they do the craft. So I was able to collaborate with her, so that expanded her portfolio as well as mine.
Yes, that was a very nice picture, swimsuit wise, girl. I
Thank
love that.
you.
And this is one
Thank
of my
you.
favorites. I just, again, I'm a fro girly. And then the smile, the fade, you just look glowy and
Thank
dewy. It
you.
gives very Donna Summers vibe. Like, I love
Yes.
sure.
Thank you. And this is actually from one of the girlies in Jacksonville where you are, Jaleisha Haynes. She actually does modeling, but she's branding out into
Yeah,
photography.
Jaleesa do everything. She do
Yes,
everything.
Jaleisha is the one that took that photo. She's actually she was expanding her portfolio to now get into photography. So she asked myself and a few other models to come up, and she's the one. She told us the theme, which was, of course, 70s funk look, things
Uh-huh.
like that. And I'm telling you, Jaleisha
I'm
did the
so proud of her
editing.
because listen,
She is.
her mom sought me out.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. And her
Her
parents
mom,
were there.
right,
Let
her
me tell you,
mama,
her
that's
parents
a
are
momager.
very,
Yes,
yeah.
her mom
Mhm.
sought me out to say, my daughter does this, and I want you to tell me how we can get her out there to display this. And I was like, well, baby, I'm gonna get you the right people. And
Okay.
that is, I didn't know she tapped into photography. I didn't even pay attention to that. That was
She
her. Like, oh my
yes.
God,
Yes,
that is
Jaleisha,
awesome.
it is. She did it earlier this year. I want to say around March, February, March.
I think
And
I saw her post about a photo shoot that she was needing models
yes,
for. That is super
absolutely.
dope. She's so
Yes.
creative. That
She
photo looks
is.
amazing of you.
She
I
is.
love
And her edits look amazing.
clearly
Um,
look at the photo. Girl,
yes.
I'm so
Yes.
proud of her. Like
Absolutely. I
this has
always
made
get
my day.
compliments on that photo shoot, and I tagged her and everything. And, it was just a really great day. It was just, I
That
met
photo
her
is
parents.
beautiful. I love the way
Thank you.
the skin look. Like I said, the fro is froing.
Oh,
The
yes.
skin is glowing. I just love
Thank
that photo.
you.
That's why I had to choose that one myself. I love that
Yes, of
one.
course. And that's what I was saying earlier as well. Don't be afraid to step into a variety of different looks. That's how you expand your portfolio. People want to see what you can do. Don't be a one trick pony.
And
That
here
would
go
be
another
my
look right
insight.
here. Like this hairstyle, girl. What was the hairstyle for this one in Afrofuturism?
Yeah, so the designer wanted like a mohawk, like a
Uh-huh.
curly mohawk. And then girl, when she gave me them
The
glasses and she
shade,
gave
girl. The shade. So this is
yes.
House of Remnant Soul. I love
Yes.
this is House of I know for sure because I love her. It's
Yes.
my baby. Listen.
She yeah,
Yes.
she gave us
She's a part
she
of the
gave
tribe.
us absolutely. She's very talented and she told us the look that she was going for. I told her how my hair was and we like put our heads together and got that done. So yes, that was also for the Afrofuturism show.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Afrofuturism show that I was hosting at the WJCT building. Because again, I am the hostess that does the mostest
Yes.
outside of a key with Makeeta.
Yes.
And I was a part of that show. And I again, House of
Absolutely.
Remnant Soul did very, every
She
designer
did.
for that show did great, and they hit
Yes.
the mark of literally the theme of Afrofuturism. To see it
Absolutely.
on stage, to see you guys backstage get dressed and transform into a
Yes.
whole nother era. It was
Yes.
beautiful. It
It
was.
was, it
It
was,
was
and I
beautiful.
love working with her. House of Remnant Soul is super creative, super creative.
So I worked with her years ago for the Jacksonville Magazine show,
Okay.
and the theme for that was hero and villain, and she
Oh,
tapped into our ancestral like vibes of this, and she did Oya, which is storm, and
yes.
Poison Ivy, which was the villain. So
I
that was
love
super
that.
cool to see her creative thought process
She's extremely
on
creative.
that. And then me being a creative, I was able to kind of like throw my little inspiration and tidbits in
Okay.
there. It was able to, it was just a nice symbiosis of a
I love
situation for
that.
House of Room.
I
So shout
love
out
that.
to her and her
Absolutely.
star seed. Hey y'all,
Hey.
hey. So
Absolutely.
how can my keys stay in tune with you and find out all the things that you have coming up? Say that is that part two. I need them to know. So tell our keys how they can follow you.
Okay, well, I'm not that hard to find, Keys. So I am all over social media. Anyone can find me. My brand is all across every single social media. So it's Experience to Win, which is the word experience, EXPERIENC, the number two, and the word win. So I'm on Instagram, I am on Facebook, I am on TikTok, I am on YouTube, but I also have my personal website, which is www.experiencetowin.com, and you will see my content everywhere. So I am not hard to find. It's always experience, the number two, and the word win. That's how they can find me.
Oh my God, my love. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. I appreciate you and all your beautiful energy that you gave me during this
Thank you.
interview.
Thank
You
you.
guys make sure you get out your phone right now and you follow Experience to Win on all social media platforms. Because, of course, you're going to see a Kee and Makeeta across that platform. You got
That's
to
right.
share and follow the interview
Yes.
of the beautiful Winsome. Thank you so much for taking the time to key with me.
You're
It is Makeeta
welcome.
Moselle, and we are
Yes.
out.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.